Ladies and gentlemen, welcome inside the West Middlesex Memorial Centre for this afternoon's Provincial Junior Hockey League West Yek Division matchup between the Port Stanley Sailors and the Mount Brydges Bulldogs. Noah Smith and Eldon Dunseith, usually the voices of the Strathroy Rockets, calling this Junior C action today, Eldon, and two teams that are on opposite ends of the spectrum to start this season.
Absolutely. By the way, I will see it out of the way. I'm very excited to be part of this doubleheader here today. But yes, Mount Brydges at 6-3 in first place, Port Stanley at 0-6 in last place.
And we are underway now as the play works its way down into the Port Stanley zone, now back up into the neutral zone. Trying to pick the puck up there, but it's going to be dumped in and on goal there. Just getting underway here for this third game of the Strathroy-Caradoc Hockey Showcase, a Bantam, a midget game, a Junior C game, and now a Junior B game to follow. This one at 7:30. That one will go all the way for an icing, so a quick icing call just 27 seconds into this one.
Yeah, kind of an exciting midget game in here before this one. Strathroy defeating the Mount Brydges Cougars.
And to take the draw now for Mount Brydges Johnson. That one's going to be won back by the Sailors as they move the puck up on the wall. Takes a funny hop there and gets stopped up as they try to move their way out of the zone. Up onto the half wall there, right in front of the Sailors bench, but it's going to be poked into the neutral zone here. Stopped up by the Bulldogs there as Griffith moves it up now, and now picking it up in the neutral zone. They move their way in. Johnson one again, shot on goal. That one goes wide over top of the net, and a big hit laid on into the corner. Continuing to battle here. Sailors trying to work their way to the zone. Down there, Johnson continues the battle, and now moving into the slot there. It goes into the far corner. Port Stanley trying to move out here. They've been pinned in the zone. Shot scores! An early goal for Mount Brydges, striking just a minute and 7 seconds into this game.
Colin Van Royen with his first of the year for the Bulldogs gives them the lead a minute and 7 seconds into the game.
We knew this Mount Brydges team was going to come in here and try to light up the scoreboard early, and they have done exactly that, starting this game with a 1-0 lead.
I say that Van Royen had his first of the year. It's only his second game of the year.
Puck taken now into the Mount Brydges zone here. They have themselves a 1-0 lead early on in this one. Battling now in front of the Bulldogs bench, taken back there as Port Stanley tries to move it in on goal. Throws it in on net, poked away there by the goaltender Quinton Duncan in net for the Bulldogs today. Up onto the half wall, trying to move it into the corner. Going to be stopped up as the Bulldogs try to work their way out. Now taken into the slot, back to the point here, and dumped in, but it will clear the blue line. Picked up by the Sailors as they try to move their way through. Now coming through the neutral zone for the Bulldogs is Murray. Making his way towards the net there, but gets stopped up behind as he continues to battle here. Throws it out front, a good chance, but nothing will come of it. Losing the stick there on a hard slash. Thrown towards the net there, and just circling it back to the point. That one will go off the body, up off the glass behind the net, and landing almost on top of the goaltender. Now back to the point. Slap shot thrown towards the net. That one gets stopped. Another one, big slapper right on goal, and stopped there by Satchel.
Satchel read that pretty well, got himself over and made an easy save. Caught that one right in the breadbasket. Some good pressure early by the Bulldogs.
We knew that coming in here. The Bulldogs, of course, at the top of their division standings in this game. Scored a lot of goals as well. And they're off to an early start here, 1-0 leading. Puck now in front of the Sailors bench as they try to work it through. Now putting that puck up into the neutral zone, getting onto the stick there as Bell tries to work it through, but the Bulldogs will turn things over as they get it into the zone. Now working into the slot. Pass over. That shot's going to be stopped by Satchel. Rebound, good chance for the Bulldogs, but stopped again. Back-to-back good saves as they continue the battle here in the corner. Now back behind the net. Throws it in front. That one's just going to be covered up there. A couple of good chances for the Bulldogs there as Ransom threw it out front, but nothing will show.
I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of that today with Satchel in goal. Anytime the puck gets anywhere close, he's going to do his best to freeze it, to slow down any momentum the Bulldogs have in that end of the rink.
The Sailors not off to a hot start this year, just 4 goals scored in their first 6 games. Now trailing 1-0, working in their own zone, trying to work it out. They do into the neutral zone, but the pass goes right past its intended recipient, now picked up by the Bulldogs in their own zone. Battling with the puck there, Ireland met by the Sailors, moving towards the net there. That shot is going to be stopped and now moved into the corner. Once again, working his way up through the zone there. Carrying it through the neutral zone, giving it over to his deep harder, who's just going to dump it in. That's Ireland, back behind the Port Stanley net. Trying to pick things up here, and now a battle goes behind the net of Satchel. A stick lost, and getting it right back into the corner. Tying things up here. 16:36 to go in the first period, 1-0. The lead for the Bulldogs. Shot from the point, that one's going to hit a body and go wide. Picking it up on the half wall, just dumping it right back around. It's going to go all the way around the boards and be picked up by the Sailors, who will just dump it, but looks like it almost hit a body there, hit the referee right in front of the Port Stanley bench. T-to-D pass here. Picking it up, Griffiths just going to shove it in on net. Glove, but won't be covered up there. And now picking it up for Port Stanley, Pattison. Pattison gives it up to the half wall, but loses it for a second. And the Bulldogs have it in the zone. Working towards the net. They're centering pass. Good pad save. Back to the point now. Keeping it in. Shot towards the net. That one gets stopped. Rebound, another shot, and that one. A glove saved by Satchel once again. Eldon, he's going to have to be busy tonight.
He is going to be very busy.
So the face-off will go off to the left of Satchel. Continuing here, that one goes back. Now sent in behind the net. Trying to carry things through and get out of their own zone. The Sailors will, but it's going to be kept in there at the blue line. Moving things over into the corner. Stopping up. Now back to the point. Throwing it on net. That one's stopped by Satchel once again. Now continuing to carry here. This one stopped. Goes out. Sailors trying to get out, but it's going to be kept in once again. Into the corner. Trying to battle with it now as they work their way through. Hopkins tries to throw it towards the net. He gets caught up, and the battle continues. Falling down out front. And now finally Port Stanley tries to clear, and they will. And it's going to be a breakaway in on goal here. A good chance on goal. Shot scores! The Sailors will get one back here, and we are now tied at 1.
Apologies for the technical difficulties there.
They have found their way onto the scoreboard after a slow start to the year, scoring just 4 goals in the first 6 games. They have now tied this game at 1 apiece.
As you said, they've got 4 goals in the first 6, so good for them in the first 5 minutes to get one here.
Carried back now as the Bulldogs will try to work their way through into the neutral zone here. Puck battling right down in front of us. Now picked up. Now Mount Brydges into the zone, offside, as that shot will go off a stick and out of play with 5 minutes gone here in the first period. Face-off will come out into the neutral zone here and will be taken there. 1 as the Bulldogs move their way in. Dumped in as he gets across the blue line. Bringing the puck around the boards. Now back to the point. Skips over his stick and will get out. Dumping it back in there is Ty Johnson. And now sending it down the length of the ice. It'll go for icing. The Sailors ice the puck. And the face-off will go back inside their own zone.
Big momentum piece there for Port Stanley to score early in the game.
So the face-off now in the Port Stanley zone back there as the Sailors try to work their way out. Finally clearing the blue line there, but kept in as Griffith makes his way into the zone. Griffiths now into the corner. Gets met by the Port Stanley defense as they try to work their way out. Pinching on defense here, met by the referee. Now back across his deep partner. Slap shot from the point. That one goes wide. And now the Sailors work their way into the neutral zone. Pass over. That one hits off the stick, but back into the neutral zone. Trying to carry things here as the Bulldogs work their way in. That one won't go as an icing. Waved off by the linesman. With 6 minutes gone here in the first period. This game tied at 1. Dumped up into the neutral zone. Hit by the stick there. The Sailors with some offensive pressure here in the last couple of minutes or so. Now back on defense. Tries to find a pass there. Circling back here for Port Stanley. And now stopping up there. The whistle goes with 6 minutes gone here, and we're tied at 1.
After spending the first couple of minutes of this period in their own zone, as you said, Port Stanley has shown some life here. Got the early goal, and it's gone to their legs a little bit.
Face off there. The Bulldogs take control of it, and almost losing it off the stick there, but luckily His forwards are back on the back check to get that puck back as they move it into the neutral zone. Picked up there by Burlock. Burlock moves it up here. Now taking Westgate. Westgate over to his partner there. Moving his way into the zone. Shot on goal. That one's going to be stopped by Duncan. And the face-off will go inside of the Mount Brydges zone. Face-off one there. Bulldogs work their way up. Takes a funny hop off the boards, but it's going to be picked up. Drop pass there, working their way through the zone. Capriccio down into the corner. Back behind the Port Stanley net. Now moving up into the corner. Back to the point. Big slap shot. That one's gloved down by Satchel as he makes another save.
Joey Capriccio, the second leading scorer for the Bulldogs. 3 goals, 13 points in the first 9 games of this young season.
Face off there. One right back, shot right on. That one stopped by Satchel, so a quick catch and release shot there from Capriccio. You mentioned 13 points so far in the season for him.
Second only to Ryan Hopkins, 17 points.
One back to him again, shot right off the face-off. Another good opportunity. It's kept in there. Bulldogs working into the corner as the Sailors try to work it out. Glove down. Capriccio puts it in. That one right on the side of the goal is going to be covered up. So Satchel covers that one off. The face-off will stay inside. 7 minutes gone here in the first period.
Seems to come in waves, the teams. A little bit of time in one end, spend another couple minutes in the other end.
Face-off one. Now back to the point. Shot on goal. That one's gloved down. As Griffiths just threw it on net. Satchel with the glove.
One area the Bulldogs definitely have been the better team in the first 7 minutes is in the face-off circle. A lot of face-off wins and immediate chances off those wins.
Face-off there, and it's going to be Port Stanley working their way into the neutral zone here with the puck, but turning things over quickly. Stopping up there, circling up, and now Capriccio works his way into the corner. Maintaining control of the puck, trying to find a pass out front there, but he's met by the Sailors defenseman who tries to work it out. Now a battle on the half wall. Picking the puck up there, able to hold on to it and keep it in. Now back to the point. Over to the far side. Shot on goal. That one stopped. And Satchel is going to be able to hold on to it and get the whistle.
Just had a case of 2 guys coming together over on the other side, and their cages got stuck together. The linesman had to help them get untangled. Some very confident puck movement by Stuart Ireland out there. A little spinorama in center ice, keeping the puck in at the neutral zone.
Face off now. Johnson wins it back. Another face-off win here for the Bulldogs in the early part of this game. He's going to try to find a way to get the puck to the net. Big shot there, and that one's going to be stopped. Once again, Satchel makes another save, and a little bit of a gathering after that one.
He's done a great job of not giving up rebounds. He's going to be busy. I'm sure he knows that. And he's done a great job of covering up the pucks pretty much every time they come to him.
Face off. That one won by Port Stanley as they take control, rimming it around the boards. Picking it up there is their captain as he tries to move it up through the zone. Now taking control of by the Bulldogs in the neutral zone, working across the blue line, still maintaining control of the puck, circling it back now behind the net. Satchel looking off to his left as the puck is rimmed around and met up the corner there. And now taking it up here for Port Stanley, Westgate. Westgate met at the boards there, throws it, and now back behind the net. Mount Brydges trying to work out here. That pass misses its intended recipient. Picked up there by Griffith, who just dumps it right back in. And now here comes Mount Brydges, working their way through the zone. Across the blue line. That shot hits off a stick over top of the line and out of play with 11:37 to go here in the first.
I find it hard to tell sometimes when it clears that line at the other end of the rink.
So the face-off off to the left of Satchel. Won by the Bulldogs, but now the Sailors have it in the corner. Hits off the glass and sends it up into the neutral zone. A foot race for it, but that one's going to be won and taken down by Thompson, who sends it up. Bulldogs get over the blue line, dump it in here, and they're the first ones to get to the puck there. Picking it up on the half wall, circling back, stopping there, controlling the puck. Johnson sends it back to the point. Oh, over to his D partner. Throws it on goal. That one hits off the boards. Rebound, shot, scores. Rebound off the boards, and I think it's going to be Connor Keogh getting the goal here for Mount Brydges.
Well, that point shot by Aiden Thompson, I don't think Satchel saw it at all, but it missed the net. But a friendly bounce back out in front of the net, and Keogh buries the go-ahead goal.
Third goal of the season for Connor Keogh, and he has the Bulldogs up by a score of 2-1 now, with 11:09 to go in the first period of play. Taken up into the neutral zone here. Mount Brydges now back on goal. Quentin Duncan's just going to cover it up. So the face-off will move back inside of the Mount Brydges zone. Face-off now. Back into the corner, taken behind the net here as the Bulldogs try to work their way up. Good lead pass there, and they work their way through. In across the blue line. Drop pass. Tries to find it towards the net there, but met by the Sailors defenseman who, once again, trying to get the puck out. 10:40 to go in the first period. Once again, trying to get the puck out. Finally, the backhand looks like it had a chance there. It's going to be picked up. Taken in across the blue line and now into the neutral zone. Stopped up there. Good lead pass and picking it up. Keogh once again. Keogh works his way in, throws it out front. Almost right onto the stick of Johnstone there. But now the Sailors will get the puck out into the neutral zone. Good T-to-D pass here to Griffiths. Griffiths just going to send it down the length of the ice. No icing. And the Sailors will pick it up in their own zone. Try to work things out here. Getting a little bit of speed and then dumping it in as soon as he's getting across the red line there. John Bell back behind the net here of the Bulldogs. Good lead pass there. Up in across the zone. With speed here comes Ransom. Shot, that one's going to be blocked. Looked like it hit its own man's shin pads. Back behind the net now. Ransom giving chase here for the Bulldogs. Sends it out front. Good pass there. Hits off a skate. And Port Stanley will have a chance to clear. They will get it out of their own zone. Just past the halfway mark of the first period. 2-1 the Bulldogs lead. Working his way in. Griffiths. He'll dump it into the far corner. Stopped up there. And the Sailors will stop their way, hit it off the glass as they try to get the puck out, but it's kept in by Griffiths. Griffiths now with the puck, throws it on net. That one stopped by Satchel.
Well, the Sailors doing a little dump and chase on their last rush. They did the dump part, but not so much the chase. And when the puck came back out, multiple chances at the other end. Going to have to show a little bit more hustle coming down into the offensive zone to get those pucks.
Face off for the right of Satchel, won by the Bulldogs. Tries to throw it towards the net there, redirected, goes wide. Now a good centering pass, that one stopped by Satchel once again. Back to the point here, but giving it up there and trying to keep it in. He will at the blue line. Lineman says that he did a good job at keeping the puck in. And there's 9:03 to go in the first period.
Daniel Stratton with a great shot on goal, a great chance in tight, and Satchel robbed him, or it would be 3-1.
Another face-off in the Sailors zone. Battling in the corner now. And the Bulldogs will be the one to come out of it. Centering pass, another good opportunity. Stopped by Satchel. Rebound, and he's flopping all over the ice, but is able to make the save as it's back now into the neutral zone. That pass almost taken away. Finding it in a high hit there. Falling down to the ice, working his way to the neutral zone. Still holding on to the puck. Tries to find a centering pass. Now back to the point. Up onto the side. In the face-off dot, tries to center it there, and the Sailors will be able to get the puck out of their own zone, down into the Mount Brydges territory, with 8:27 to go in the first, now up into the neutral zone. Losing the puck there for a second, a turnover, and into the offensive zone. Shot, that one goes off the stick, good opportunity there for Bell, but even better save there by Duncan. Back in behind the Bulldogs net, sent up to the point, unable to keep it in, it will go down the length of the ice. Hustling back to get it there for Port Stanley is Pattison. Pattison met by the forecheck, turned over, and the Bulldogs have control of the puck. Back down behind the net. Tries to find a pass, goes all the way back up to the point. Griffiths winds one up. That one's blocked out front. Didn't make it towards the net. And it's going to be turned over here. Now up into the neutral zone. Almost right on the stick there of Crowley, but now a big hit Up into the corner, falling down right below us. Puck goes back behind the Port Stanley net. Trying to work their way out. That puck will go up into the neutral zone, almost losing it. But a good move to get around as he works his way in. Now Ireland gives it up here. Capriccio, that shot stopped by Satchel. Battling into the corner. Port Stanley be the ones to work out of the zone here. Met in the neutral zone, but still holding on to it there. Crowley shot, scores! Noah Crowley with the big wrister, and we are tied at 2.
And the Sailors, 2 goals. Nice shot there, too. As you said, great wrist shot, top shelf on the blocker side. And we've got ourselves a tie game with 7:16 to go. I want to mention Bulldogs' leading scorer, Ryan Hopkins, fell awkwardly into the boards just below us here and went gingerly to the bench. We'll see how that plays out for the Bulldogs.
2-2 to score as the Bulldogs will try to get back onto the offense as Crowley tied it with a beautiful wrister. Now back into their own zone, the Sailors. Back behind the net, trying to get the puck out. They will. Now turned over in the slot, shot right on Satchel. Right into the chest. He makes the save with 6:57 to go in the first.
Just to follow up on that point about Hopkins, the coach did come down to see him briefly. It was a pretty short conversation. He's now sitting on the bench. We'll see when he comes out next how he's doing.
Face off now. Off to the right is Satchel. Bulldogs will be the one to win that. Back to the point. D-to-D pass. Throws it on net. Redirection. Good centering pass and an even better defensive play there by the Sailors. But net coming off of its moorings and a face-off should stay inside here.
Puck bouncing around there. Satchel swimming a little bit in an attempt to just spread his legs and cover as much net as possible. He kicked the net off.
Face off inside the Port Stanley zone. In to take the draw here. Back to the point. Walking across the line. Throws it on goal. Good save by Satchel. And now a little bit of extracurriculars after the whistle.
The tap on the goaltender after the save will catch the attention of the defenseman every time. And good job by the official, giving a hey to the winger to knock that off.
Face off now. Port Stanley will be able to clear the blue line and get it out. Trying not to turn over the puck here. As the Bulldogs look to get back into the score column. They do here. Carrying it into the slot. Good chance to shoot. Shot, scores! Back in the lead, 3-2 after a shot from Rowe.
That was a great shot, Michael Rowe. 2 goals in a row, 1 for each team. Sniping Selly.
Satchel was positioned well, just unable to find the puck there. And Mount Brydges adds another one to get back into the lead here. Now 3-2 with 6:25 to go in the first period of play. Puck battled by the Port Stanley bench, but taken back into the neutral zone here by the Bulldogs, trying to get the puck out. Turnover there, good chance. Circling back in the corner, throws it out front, stopped there by Duncan. Rebound, another opportunity here. Puck still loose back in, that one goes wide. And now finally the Bulldogs will come, but the scrapping continues by the net there, and finally the linesman will get in there. The net also helping separate the two.
Yeah, I think that kind of helped out the officials there too as the linesman came in to try and split them up. Griffiths and Crowley with some shenanigans in front of the net there. Griffiths, I would say, was the more enthusiastic participant.
So just over 6 minutes to go in the first period. We'll have a little bit of a stoppage here as the net came off, and those two just went at it for a little bit. Sailors right in this game, though, trailing by a score of 3-2.
For a team that came in 0-6, playing the first-place team in the division at 6-3, I'm not sure. Well, I'll speak for myself. I'm not sure I expected as competitive a first period as we've seen. But Port Stanley has come in here. This is their home game on the schedule, and they are playing what I might say is probably one of their stronger periods of the season.
So they're putting the penalties up on the clock there, and it looks like Mount Brydges is going to get the extra 2 minutes. And we'll have to kill off a penalty here.
I did say Griffiths was the more enthusiastic participant. Obviously, the official felt the same way.
The Bulldogs penalty kill 8th in the PJHL at 91.7%. The power play for Port Stanley has not been working well this year, running at only 3.4%. Turnover into the neutral zone here, and the Bulldogs will have a shorthanded chance. Capriccio in across, throws it on net, shot scores! Redirected out front by Hopkins.
He's back.
And a shorthanded goal.
What 2 great plays there. Great pass to get that out front onto the tape, and that was a deflection, not a shot. Nice play by Hopkins as he scores his 10th of the year in his 10th game of the season.
A shorthanded turnover gave the puck to Capriccio, who just threw it on net right there. Hopkins put the stick on it, and it is now 4-2 Bulldogs as they grab a shorty with over 5 minutes to go here in the third. Port Stanley back behind their own net. Another turnover chance there, but they're going to get the puck back, move it into the neutral zone. Almost getting the stick on it here, and now the Bulldogs another chance. Moving the puck towards the slot, the spin move, and then a big body check there, shoulder on shoulder, moves it up the ice. Almost getting it right on the stick there, Ireland. He stops back, sends it up into the neutral zone. Capriccio almost turning over there, but 2 bodies meet, and the Sailors captain tries to move his way through. Now Ireland controlling onto the puck here. Capriccio met by 2 Sailors defense core. 45 seconds to go here in the man advantage for Port Stanley. Already 1 shorthanded goal for the Bulldogs, and now they tie it up down deep in the zone. Continuing to hold there, but Port Stanley makes their way up into the neutral zone. Throws it in to the far corner, and they'll go for a change. And right away, the Bulldogs try to move things up. That one hits off a skate. It's kept in the zone. Working things back. Back to the point there, and now sent down the ice. Good move there by Murray, and it goes back behind the net of Satchel. Turning things up here. Thrown out front, and he's just going to cover that one up with 9 seconds remaining on the minor penalty and 4:13 remaining in the first period.
Once again, Satchel covering it up to get the whistle for a team that has spent the last minute 51 on the power play. They've spent far more of it in their own end than I think Satchel would like. But the Bulldogs have dominated in the faceoff circle.
Face-off now, gets it right back into the slot here as the Sailors try to get it back up. That one takes a funny hop off the boards, and a big slap shot tries to get it back. High stick waved off, good centering pass. We're back to even strike now as the Bulldogs hit their 5th skater back out onto the ice, into the neutral zone, walking across the blue line. Trying to stop up there, throws a centering pass, but it's going to be stopped by the defenders there as the Bulldogs work their way out. It was under 4 minutes to go in the first period. DDD pass there as he goes across to Burlock. Burlock sends it up the ice, but it's met in the neutral zone. Goes off the skates there, turning up the puck. Now coming up here, trying to find his forward partner there down in the corner, battling with it. Johnson back to the point, throws it on net. That one might have hit a stick, but it's stopped by Satchel.
As this period progresses, a little bit more after the whistle, a little more physical contact, pushing, shoving, invitations for Thanksgiving dinner.
So the face-off moves down into the Port Stanley zone. 3:26 to go in the first period. Back behind the net of Satchel. Centering pass is going to go right back to the point. Holding onto it, throwing that one on net. It's going to go wide and hit off the boards, and now the Sailors will work their way up into the neutral zone, giving the puck over there to Lee. Lee met by the Brydges there and trying to get the puck in, but like you mentioned, offside with 3:09 to go in the first. Face-off will go into the neutral zone. Won by the Sailors, picking the puck up there. trying to move his way in. Met by the defender at the blue line, stops him up, and now the puck will go back for Port Stanley. Back into the Mount Brydges zone. KD pass there. Ireland will pick it up, send it up the ice. Miss it, gets a tender recipient, and the icing will go. Unable to chase it down. The puck was going too fast, and the face-off will go down the ice now.
Rare offensive face-off coming up for Port Stanley. 2:50 to go.
In to take the draw here for the Bulldogs, and winning that draw, Ackworth taken back now, flipping it up the ice, and this one will go all the way down for another icing. And now a little bit upset there. Looked like Westgate.
Yeah, Lane was not happy with the icing. Although I'm not really sure why. They get the offensive face-off.
Face-off over to the left of Duncan. One now. Sailors try to keep it in, putting it into the far corner. Picking the puck up, going over to Ireland, who's just going to send it up the wall. Continuing with the puck here as the Bulldogs take control, dump it up into the neutral zone, giving chase, but losing the puck as it goes out in front of the Bulldog or the Sailors bench. Tipping it up the ice. It won't go as an icing. Tipped it over top with the red line, and it's back behind the net of Satchel. Tipped up at the blue line into the neutral zone. The Bulldogs take control here with 2:13 to go in the first period. Hit up the boards there. Capercio almost got the puck into the offensive zone with a good scoring opportunity. Now Ireland into the zone. Tries to get it across and dump it in. He does. It's going to be picked up, though, by Port Stanley as the defense trying to get it out here. Stopping up, working their way through the zone. Franceschi dumps it in. Right on goal. And it's going to be stopped up and covered up there by Quinton Duncan. With a minute 46 to go here in the first.
Very competitive first period. Only $1:46 to go. I think both teams will probably come out of this, if it stays the same, feeling pretty good about things.
Face-off back into the Bulldogs zone after it was won by the Bulldogs. Trying to get the puck up there, they will. Into the neutral zone, holding on to it still. Working their way through Hopkins, but the whistle will go, and we'll have another face-off, this one coming down to the Port Stanley end of the neutral zone. Face-off won by the Sailors. DDD pass up into the slot, almost taken away from, but now back there to get the puck, Johnson. Johnson stepping up here for the Bulldogs. Working the puck back behind the net. Back to Johnson. Johnson finds a good lead pass there. Hopkins gets the puck and he finds Capercino. Throws it towards the net. That one goes off the stick of the goaltender Satchel and into the corner. Knocked up here. Working their way through. Port Stanley across the blue line. Good move shot. That one goes wide after a good move at the blue line, and now it's going to be a turnover here. The Bulldogs a good offensive chance, but met by the D. Throws it towards there. Stopped up. Hopkins tries to throw it towards the net. Under a minute to go now in the first period of play. Port Stanley trailing the Bulldogs by a score of 4-2. Now across the blue line. A good chance. That one, a good poke check off the stick there of Thompson. Back behind the net there. Continuing to battle with the puck. The arm of the official will come up. And I think we're going to get a penalty call coming here. And it looks like it's going to go to the captain here of the Sailors, Lane Westgate.
I'm not sure what he ate pregame, but Lane Westgate has not been in a very good mood in this first period. That's consecutive shifts. Upset over an icing call last time, and this time trying to forcibly remove the helmet of his opponent.
Face-off now inside the Port Stanley zone with 30 seconds to go. The Bulldogs will have 30 seconds on the power play. Trying to add on to their lead before they go to the break. Sent back to the point. Kept in there. Now working it back. Throws it on net from the point. That one's redirected. Goes into the corner. And it will go out of play with 17.6 to go here in the first period.
Bulldogs got away with one a little bit there. Aiden Thompson, I thought, took down the defenseman in front of the goal. And now the face-off comes outside the zone.
Sailors penalty killers trying to get them into the first intermission with the score still remaining 4-2. 17 seconds to go here. Bulldogs take control into the offensive zone, dumping it in across the red line there. Working their way in. 10 seconds to go here in the frame. Back behind the net. Hopkins tries a centering pass there, met by the defender, and sending it down the ice. Time will expire here in the first period of play. And the Mount Brydges Bulldogs will carry a 4-2 lead into the first intermission. Port Stanley will have to kill off a minute and 28 seconds of the penalty when they come back out onto the ice.
Nice play by Russell Lee right there at the end. A chance in front for the Bulldogs. And he blocked that shot with about 4 seconds to go to keep the difference at 2 goals.
So we'll take a break here, flood the ice, and come back with the second period here from the West Middlesex Memorial Centre. Bulldogs leading the Sailors by a score of 4-2. Welcome back inside the West Middlesex Memorial Centre. We get set for period number 2 here between the Port Stanley Sailors and the Mount Brydges Bulldogs. The Bulldogs leading by a score of 4-2 on 4 first-period goals. 2 first-period goals for the Port Stanley Sailors, and we were just talking off air. 2 nice goals as well for Port Stanley.
Well, they've struggled out of the gate in this season, 0-6. We've talked about that. Only 4 goals scored in those 6 games. They've got 2 today, and it's not for a lack of having some skill on the team because, as you said, both goals, you got a breakaway goal, and then you had another one where it was a bar-down wrist shot. There are some kids on this team that can play, for sure, and Satchel's done a very good job. This is my first time seeing him, but one thing I will comment on, he's very good positionally. He's been hitting the crest 6 or 8 different times with shots, and has definitely been the busier of the 2 goaltenders.
Face off now, puck down, and we will start the second period. Of course, Port Stanley having to kill off another minute and a half of the penalty that they took to end the frame. In across the shot, that one's going to be stopped by the pad there of Duncan. An early short-handed chance there for Port Stanley working in the zone, but now the Bulldogs turn things back up the ice, carrying it in across. Back down into the corner, still holding on to the puck as they trying to make its way towards net. Hopkins losing it and gives it into the neutral zone. Port Stanley now off the stick and up into the rafters. So the face-off should come down towards the Mount Brydges zone.
As I said, I haven't seen Port Stanley play this year, but the effort they've shown today is far beyond what I saw on the stat sheet coming in.
Face-off now down in front of the Bulldogs bench, won by Mount Brydges. Griffiths carries it across. Big shot, that one's going to be blocked. Griffiths holding on to the puck. Down to the point now. Capercio throws it on net. That one's stopped by Satchel. Back into the corner now. Picking it up, Griffiths. Circling back, works his way towards the slot. Throws it over to the far side. Met by the defenders there of the Sailors. Back behind their net here. Time winding down. 30 seconds left on the man advantage here. Getting the puck out and down the zone there. Linesman calling for an ice, doesn't realize the penalty's still there. 20 seconds to go on the man advantage, and Mount Brydges working their way up. Good lead pass there, but it's going to miss its intended recipient, and that one will go for an icing with 15 seconds left on the power play for Mount Brydges.
As a former official, I will say that I've probably done that before. You come out when the penalty splits the period. You come back out and don't remember for a second that there is a team shorthanded. But they did get it right and didn't blow it down.
Face-off won by the Bulldogs, taking it back behind their net for one last rush here on the man advantage. Carrying the puck out is going to be Griffiths. Finds his way over. Gives it over to Capercio. Tries to find a way towards the net. That one goes off a stick and up into the netting, out of play. Out of the box come Westgate, so Port Stanley will be back to even strength.
Capercio having an active game today. He had a nice little move there. Deflected shot up into the screen.
Face-off down to the left of Satchel, won by the Sailors, working their way back into the defensive zone, trying to get the puck out here. Burlock tries to send it off the glass. It's going to be taken up by the Sailors, back into the Mount Brydges zone. Circling up there, trying to work his way around and find an outlet pass. Does get it up there. And here comes Mount Brydges through the neutral zone. Holding on to the puck there. Working into the corner. Rowe tries to go towards the net there, goes right back to the point. Kept in. Tries to find a pass into the slot. Port Stanley will work it out here. Bouncing puck on this fresh ice to start the second period. And Port Stanley will now carry it up through the neutral zone. Now in across the blue line. Still holding on to the puck. Just tries to throw it on net there before he gets hit. And I think the glass shattered down there.
It did. Yeah, we've got a broken pane of glass.
So that is almost certainly going to be a delay here in the action.
I don't have a very good view of it. The heater in the stands is kind of blocking out our view here, but I can see pieces of the glass on the ice down in the Bulldogs' end along the boards.
So down on the ice there, some glass, and onto the concourse as well. And that'll give us a stoppage of play. With 17:47 to go in the second, just getting this one underway. See people running down on the scenes here trying to find an arena staff member.
Wow, the period just started. I'm going to go grab a coffee. I got nothing else to do.
And I would imagine that this is going to be a fairly lengthy delay.
This will be. For all the times I used to watch Al McInnes break panes of glass in the NHL, it's one thing to change a pane of glass with a crack in it when you've got to clean up chunks of broken glass and put a new one in. Even at the NHL level, that probably is a good 15-minute delay.
And they have
professionals.
Crew members with glass waiting on stand. A lot of times you'll see in some of these minor rinks as well, you'll see them just put a piece of plywood in there just for the time being, which I imagine we might see here.
I have played pickup hockey in rinks that had plywood for panes of glass. I have seen that before.
So we'll see what they try and do here to get through this delay and get the glass back in there, at least get something in there so that we can get this action underway.
So far, nobody's come over to where the glass is, apart from looky-loos taking pictures with their phones.
One thing to mention, of course, this being the Strathroy-Caradoc Hockey Showcase. A lot of games in a row here. This Junior C game between the Bulldogs and the Sailors, and then later on tonight, the second game of our doubleheader of broadcast, the LaSalle Vipers and the Strathroy Rockets. So you're going to want to bet that they're going to want to try to get this so they can keep everything on schedule here. We do have a little bit of a bigger gap in time there before the Rockets and the Vipers get set to battle here, but they don't want any delays down here slowing things down.
7:30 start for the Rockets and the Vipers, as you said. This game, starting at 4 p.m., they probably figured would end between 6 and 6:15, which would give well more than an hour before the Junior B game. But they definitely want to get on this, and soon. If this was the last game of the day, they wouldn't be particularly concerned about it. But
just now it looks like some arena staff going to get set up and get ready, grabbing some shovels and brooms and whatnot.
Well, that'll work for the cleanup.
See if they can find a spare pane of glass. And one of the other reasons I bring up the plywood thing is here in Strathroy, the glass on the sides there and the one that did break, the shorter panels of glass. So you might not have those, and now they're going to take the teams off the ice.
Send them to the rooms here.
Send them to the rooms, and you go in for a break. 16 minutes of intermission time. You come back out here and you play
2 minutes and 13 seconds.
And you're right back to the change rooms now as they try to convene things. Still no movement from the arena staff down there as they look to try and get all their ducks in a row before they come out and tackle this mess that sits down in the corner. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take another break ourselves, wait for the teams to come back on the ice before we bring you the rest of this one. Bulldogs still leading the Sailors by a score of 4-2. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back inside the West Middlesex Memorial Centre. We apologize for the delay, but it looks like, Eldon, we finally have everything figured out down there on ice level, and you had your timer out basically since the glass shattered, maybe a few minutes after, and it has been a pretty lengthy delay trying to get that pane of glass fixed down there in the corner.
Well, from the time that we went on our break, it has been 24 minutes. And right around that time was when one of the arena staff came out onto the rink with a shovel and a scraper and a garbage pail. So it's probably been closer to about 27 or 28 minutes since the glass broke.
They just now have the Zamboni out on the ice, and we thought he was just going to go over the area that was affected, but I don't know, it appears like he might be redoing the whole ice. They did just flood. We played only 2 minutes and 13 seconds, pardon me.
Yeah. And it does appear that he is flooding the whole ice.
Making sure that there are no pieces of shattered glass that may have gotten anywhere on the ice.
Like from one end to the other.
They did do a pretty good job at getting that whole area of glass fixed up. They brought out what looks like a new piece of glass, just has to take off the piece of protective sheathing on it, but from what we can tell, a new piece of glass out here. Did take a little bit of time to get it all figured out. But we should have the second period coming up momentarily, and hopefully it won't delay things too much overall in the grand scheme of things with the Junior B Rockets and LaSalle Vipers game scheduled still for 7:30.
And as showing on the camera now, you can see the Port Stanley Sailors standing there anticipating their return to the ice, just waiting for the arena staff to finish the flood of the ice. Shouldn't take but a couple more minutes.
And it was hard to tell what exactly happened. Just two guys going into the glass. Didn't really look anything harmless, but what can happen sometimes with those panes of glass, and sometimes the older panes of glass, it just takes one funny hit in a certain area and it can shatter the whole pane. It's exactly what we saw.
Absolutely. They are, they're built to withstand a lot of contact. We see it in games. I mean, even at this level, a slap shot from just about anywhere hits glass fairly often and doesn't usually break the glass. But as you said, just two guys coming together. I don't know if maybe it was the side of a helmet or a cage that maybe bounced off the glass that did it. It was the top portion of the glass, of the short side glass, just before the large glass starts toward the corner. And it was just a check into the boards, not even a violent check. I'm not sure either one of them fell down. But here we are. Sometimes it doesn't take much, I guess.
So the Bulldogs leading by a score of 4-2 with just over 2 minutes gone here in the second period, a lengthy delay. They had an intermission there, which lasts relatively 16 minutes or so. Came back out on the ice, played 2 minutes, were out there for no longer than 3 or 4, and then had to go back in for what is now close to half an hour. So trying to get back out on the ice there and get some speed going in these first couple of minutes, it's going to be tough, I got to imagine.
Yeah, to sit through a normal length intermission, 15, 16 minutes, come out and only play 2:13, sit on the bench for a minute or two after the glass broke, and then the officials and the players went to their respective dressing rooms so that the rink attendants could do their job. And as you said, we're coming up, the glass broke right around a half an hour ago now. So it's quite a delay. The kids are going to have to come back out. They'll probably let them do a skate around the zone. There won't be a full warm-up, I wouldn't imagine. No pucks, but just a little skate around the zone, couple laps, get the legs moving.
So finishing up there, the arena staff who had to get called back into action, and me and you were joking about it in our little wait there as well. You finish up your flood, you get everything finished, and you think you can go have a coffee and sit down for a couple minutes, but no, right back into action. And once they were tracked down, they did get out there, figure things out, cleaned up the glass. We saw them measuring the hole to make sure they had a piece the right size. figured everything out, and it looks like now that we are ready to go. Coaches back out onto the benches and players ready to go here.
It would appear that they are not going to remove the layer of paper that covers the glass. I think they're just going to leave that in there for now. Perhaps they will take that off for the Junior B game that is played between the Rockets, the home team Strathroy Rockets, and LaSalle Vipers at 7:30. But I guess we will see. And now the visitors for this game, the Mount Brydges Bulldogs, have also come out of their dressing room and are just waiting to get back on the ice.
So the teams now will come back out to the ice after a lengthy half-hour delay here in Strathroy. Ready to go to continue what we started the second period here from the West Middlesex Memorial Centre. The Rockets and Vipers coming up after this. The Bulldogs and the Sailors will have to finish things up. Mount Brydges currently leading 4-2.
The Sailors, at the beginning of this period, killed off a minute 28 of a penalty to Captain Lane Westgate for holding near the end of the first period.
So the Bulldogs come out to the ice here, led by the goaltender Quinton Duncan, who hasn't had to be super busy so far in this game, but has let in 2 goals so far, both those goals being pretty good shots from the Sailors.
Great offensive plays, both goals by Port Stanley. But Nathan Satchel has definitely been the busier of the 2 goaltenders. I have been impressed by him today. His positional play has been very good.
So we'll wait and see. It looks like everything is ready to go. And, of course, with the glass being broken, the face-off will actually come down into the Mount Brydges zone. Almost forgot about that for a second, ready to set up at center ice. But we are ready to go now, back into the corner. Face-off off to the right side. Duncan, won by the Sailors, kept in at the point, throws it towards the net. That one's off glove. And after a lengthy delay, we are back in action here as the Sailors try to dump that puck back in. It's going to be taken up here by the Bulldogs as they move their way through into the offensive zone. Throws it towards the net. That one's going to be stopped by Satchel. And a quick whistle here after the delay.
And once again, Nathan Satchel in great position to handle that redirected puck.
So the faceoff will go inside of the Port Stanley zone off to the right of Satchel. 2.5 minutes gone here in the second period. Faceoff, that one a shot right off. Kicked away by the pad there of Satchel. Thrown back to the point, gloved right on. And we will get another whistle inside the Port Stanley zone.
One thing that didn't change during the delay, the Bulldogs' ability in the face-off circle. They have dominated Port Stanley in the dot.
One back shot, that one over top of the glass. A quick wrister there. And now Port Stanley tries to work their way back into the slot there, and a glove pass is going to be called right there on Capercio.
Not so much a hand pass as a throw. He had a good grip on that.
Just tried to nonchalantly throw it towards the slot.
Nonchalantly.
The faceoff will come inside the neutral zone here. Port Stanley tries to tie it up on the corner there. And Lane Westgate, the captain, is going to be the one to carry the puck up into the neutral zone. Dumps it in to the far corner there. Giving chase and a big hit onto the boards there. Bulldogs trying to work their way out into the neutral zone. Holding on to the puck there. Throwing it towards the slot. Westgate's going to go into the corner there against Griffith. Puts a big hit onto him. And the puck squirts out now into the slot. Now carrying it across his own blue line there. Turning things back. Across the red line. Gets over and just tries to get it in. Now Ireland towards the net. That one a centering pass. No shot on goal. Back to Griffith. Throws that one on net. Another save there by Satchel. Back to the point. Griffiths once again. Sets things up into the slot. That shot hits off a stick and goes wide. Cycling the puck there. The Bulldogs trying to work. It's going to be back into the corner for Hopkins. Hopkins tries to find it back to the point there. Griffiths is going to be sent down the ice by the Sailors, and it will be an icing call.
The front of the net in front of Satchel is a very tough place to live if you're a Bulldog forward right now. The Sailors' defense doing a very good job keeping the lane clear for Satchel to see the shots.
Face-off taken at one by Johnson. Back to the point. Throws it on net. That one's going to be stopped and covered up by Satchel. One thing you mentioned early on in the game, Satchel covering the puck up every chance he gets.
He certainly doesn't want the Bulldogs handling the puck too long in his own zone, but great rebound control by Satchel today.
That one, face-off, taking control of here as the Sailors try to work their way out of their own zone. Up into the middle of the ice here, past the center circle, now dumps it in back behind the net there. Circling up here, the Bulldogs trying to work it out. He's going to take a funny hop there and work his way back into the neutral zone. D-to-D pass, in across the red line, dumped in there by Burlock, back behind the net, hops over Duncan's stick, into the corner. The battle continues here as the Bulldogs will be the one to carry the puck out of the zone. Onto the stick there. Now working back to the slot. Almost had the pass there. That shot, pad save, rebound, another one. What a save from Satchel.
Great rush by the Bulldogs, and Satchel just everywhere he needs to be. Although the one save, I'm not sure how he saw that. I think, again, positionally, he's been pretty good today and put himself in the best possible position to just make sure the puck hit him.
Easier to make the saves when you're in the right position to do so. Satchel's done a good job so far tonight. Sailors win the face-off. Take it back behind their net, try to get the puck out now. It'll get to the blue line, but we kept in, shot over top of the net there. Now up on the half wall. Kept in at the blue line there, battling to try to get the puck out. It'll go across. And now Port Stanley up into the middle of the ice. Losing the puck momentarily, sending it back into the far corner, giving chase now on Griffiths. Puts a hit on the boards here as they try to get it out here, but they're running into him there. And now a little bit of a jam up onto the wall. Carrying it out here, shot that one way over top of the net there from Keogh. He has a goal in this game already. Back down into the corner. Keogh battling, sends it back. Trying to get away with the puck. Losing a stick there down in the corner was Lee. Pokes out here, and now Port Stanley will have a chance. If they can get it out of their skates, they will. Carrying it out of the zone comes Crowley. Crowley in across the blue line. Trying to get a shot off there, but loses it. Crowley had a goal in this game already. The Sailors are offside, so they'll have to clear the zone. Gives time for the Bulldogs to work their way out, and they will. Working into the neutral zone. Getting there, jumping it in. No icing as it goes to the side of the net. Now carrying it up here. Puck will go to Westgate. Westgate up into the neutral zone. Dumping the puck in. Now into the corner. Falling into the boards. Almost head first, but the Bulldogs will get a chance to work their way out into the neutral zone. Stopping up the puck there with a pass. Picked up by Westgate. Westgate tries to find his man. Misses its intended recipient. 13:57 to go here in the second period of play. Now Brydges working their way up. Long lead pass right onto the stick there. In on goal. Mason shot, scores! Cody Mason. And it is 5-2 Bulldogs.
That a nice breakaway pass there and great hustle by Cody Mason. And we've seen some really nice wrist shots, top shelf goals today from both teams. And that was another example there.
A long lead pass to Mason. He gets in alone and finds the back of the net. 5-2, the lead now for the Bulldogs. Face off, taken back into the Port Stanley zone, trying to find a way out. Kept in at the blue line there by the Bulldogs. Working their way through. Now up into the neutral zone. Stopping up there, dumped back into the zone by Mason, the goal scorer, and covered up there by Satchel, who gets a little bit of a shot after, and now some more pushing and shoving after the whistle.
Not a lot of need there. Steve Ransom coming in, throwing snow after Satchel covered the puck. And there's the call. 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct to Ransom, I assume, for showering Satchel.
So it will be 2 minutes here on the penalty clock.
I think that's a good call there. The last thing they want is this game to get a little out of hand if the score starts to separate.
Face off, tied up there right at the draw, trying to get control of the puck. And it's going to be Griffiths for the Bulldogs, sending it around the glass and down the ice. Good start to the penalty kill here. Now setting up back behind their net. It's Griffiths for Port Stanley, circling back. Trying to wait for a good pass opportunity. He will, as he finds his man, works his way up the ice here. Lee still holding on to the puck. Tries to go towards the slot there, but turned over, and Griffiths will send it right back down the ice. In behind the net there, Satchel the first one to play it. Sends it back. Lane Westgate, captain here of this Sailors team, tries to send that one off the ice, but the pass will miss. Now back into the neutral zone. Circling his way back through here, Noah Crowley. And that one's going to be stopped. And a big hit there, picked up by Lee. Now Lee into the offensive zone. Tries to make a move toward the net there, stopped by Griffiths. Hit into the boards there, trying to maintain control of the puck here as Hopkins makes his way through. And now Hopkins has control of the puck here for Mount Brydges. Gets the puck in deep. First one on it. Sends it up there. Caprigino sending things back. Back into the corner for Hopkins. Hopkins still holding on to the puck. Back behind the net of Satchel, holding on to it. A little bit of offensive pressure here. Makes a move towards the net. Backhand. That one goes wide. In behind the net of Satchel. Continues at the corner. Back to the point now. And just taking his time. Circling back for the Bulldogs comes Johnson. Sending it right in on goal. Stopped up by Satchel. 25 seconds to go here in the man advantage for Port Stanley. Haven't had a whole lot to show, but now Westgate with the rush. Westgate shot. That one hits off a stick and goes wide. Turns things over, and the Bulldogs will send it right back down. 10 seconds to go here in the man advantage. Time for possibly one last rush for Port Stanley, but they're going to stop up behind their net. Long lead pass. That one goes back down. Picked up by Ireland. D-to-D pass. Bulldogs back to even strike now as that pass goes down the ice, and it will be stopped up there by the Sailors. No icing call is coming out of the box there. And now here comes Port Stanley, picked up in the neutral zone. Trying to get across the red line, unable to, and it's going to be turned over here. Now Brydges into the offensive zone, holding on to the puck. Trying to get any offensive pressure they can. Almost 9 minutes gone here in the second period. Ireland cycles the puck back. Continuing to hold on to it there, gets it to his man, tries to center it there on the backhand, and it's held on to. Now back to the point. Rowe at the Ireland, big slap shot, glove save, as that one is stopped by Satchel.
Another dominant penalty kill there by Caperchio and Hopkins, who combined for the shorthanded goal in the first period.
Face-off goes to the right of Satchel here. Nearing the halfway mark of the second period. Big slap shot right off, and it goes up into the netting. So another quick whistle here. The face-off will go to the same side of the ice.
That has to be at least 10 times between the two periods where a face-off's been won and a clean shot has been stopped by Satchel.
Face-off. This one goes right back to the point. Sends it on net. Doesn't make it there as it was intercepted and picked up here. Trying to make a move toward the net. Still holding on to the puck, but gets it poked off his stick into the corner. Trying to work their way up here, the Bulldogs. They will. Coming out with the puck there, Rowe into the corner. Stops up for a second. Puck taken over. Now a battle on the wall. Back into the corner. Back behind the net. Holding on to it here for the Bulldogs. Johnson goes back to the point. Trying to battle here. Carrying the puck up here. Port Stanley in across the red line. Trying to get the puck in deep. Tries to get it past Griffiths there, but it's turned over. In comes Griffiths here for the Bulldogs. Shot, that one's gloved down. Rebound, good opportunity. The backhand will go up, and it won't clear the zone, but now it's going to be picked off, and it's going to be a breakaway. In on goal, all alone. Shot, scores! Breakaway goal for Lane Westgate, and it's now 5-3.
Third goal of the game for Port Stanley after having 4 in 6 games coming in. And another nice shot, the captain, Westgate, with the snipe there to get them back within 2.
Got in alone, used his speed, and then buried the wrister home to cut the deficit back down to 2. Port Stanley trying to work their way through. Held up and down to the corner. Tries to centering pass there. It goes right back to the point. Stopped up. Throws it on net pad. Saved by Satchel. Circling back. Goes right back to the point. And this one almost turned over, but able to keep it almost in the zone there. Did clear the blue line. D-to-D pass now. Circling around the boards. Met up there. Kept in at the blue line. Works his way into the corner, still holding on to the puck there, Johnson. Johnson cycles it back behind the net. There to get it, Keogh. Keogh back to the point. Big slapper. That one hit a man out front. And now turning it over. Port Stanley trying to work it out. The battle continues, and finally coming away with the puck there and dumping it in on goal. Covered up by Duncan.
I don't know if maybe Satchel's starting to get a little bit, maybe feel the weight of the amount of work that he's done, but he went out of his way on that last shift to step away from the blue ice to welcome Austin Murray to his area with a whack on the shin guards.
Face-off goes right on goal there. And so the whistle will go. Now under 9 minutes to go here in the second. Port Stanley has got the deficit to just 2 at 5-3. Face-off won by Mount Brydges, back behind their own net. Trying to cycle things back. There to pick the puck up and carry it out here. Poulin tries to find a man there on the pass, but it's going to be stopped up. And now the battle continues. Back out onto the wall. Tries to drop pass there, but it's stopped up. And now here comes Port Stanley in through the neutral zone. Now across the blue line, maintaining control of the puck. Throws that one on goal, but goes wide. Heading off the board, cycling the puck here. Trying to find it to the puck. And that one's going to go down the ice. Out to come play it is going to be Satchel, who's going to send it all the way down. Picking the puck up here. Poulin once again. Met by the defender. Good move towards the net. Shot. Good save by Duncan.
That was a great pass by Satchel. Throws that up to the other end of the rink. And I mentioned it earlier today. Seen some skillful plays by the Sailors today. And that was another one there. A little drop pass. Good chance to score.
Face off. That one goes back behind the net for the Bulldogs. Turn the puck over there as the Sailors try to cycle this one up. Ireland now moving the puck up into the zone. Tries to find Capercio down there. Capercio throws it towards the net. That one's going to be gloved up by Satchel. And another whistle with 8:01 to go in the second. Face-off will go off to the left of Satchel here, who has been busy in this game. Right off the draw, and a big hit laid there by Ireland. Gets a roar from his bench as the puck sent back down into the Port Stanley zone. Trying to carry the puck up here and get the puck out of the zone, they will. Carrying it up here through the Sailors as they dump that one in, Wells. And it goes into the Mount Brydges zone. Tries a centering pass there. Get control of the puck, and they will. And here the Bulldogs will have a chance. Carrying the puck across the zone here. Hopkins shot. That one stopped by the glove of Satchel. Ireland now up onto the half wall. Trying to come out of it with the puck if he can. Losing it momentarily. And it's going to be sent down the ice there. Just past the stick of Hopkins, but picked up here by Griffiths. Griffiths gets a couple slashes on the shin pads there, but battles through. In across the blue line. That shot right on goal. And stopped by Satchel.
That was a whack for sure. You can hear that up here.
Continued to battle through with it, though, and instead of trying to draw a call, just knew that he had a good opportunity to go up the ice.
And a strong shot on goal, and another nice stop by Nathan Satchel.
Face-off won by the Bulldogs, trying to get control of the puck here. But Westgate gets the puck over, and now getting a little physical down on the wall there. Able to keep it in at the blue line. Walking across the line now into the slot. That shot is going to be stopped by Satchel. Another big save as Johnson walked in across the blue line, walked his way right into the slot and got a good shooting opportunity. Satchel was there to make the save. And now right off the face-off, sent down the ice there, and the Sailors will ice it with 6:54 to go in the second.
Well, I think Nathan Satchel with 6:54 to go here is doing his best to keep this game within 2 goals.
That one taken control by Mount Brydges off the draw. Now Port Stanley will pick up the turnover and rim it around the boards all the way down the ice for an icing.
If nothing else, they get a rest between whistles.
So the faceoff will come inside the Port Stanley zone off to the right of Satchel. Taken control of by the Sailors right off the face-off, up onto the wall, trying to take control of the puck, but it's going to get over the blue line, and it will go as an offside here against Mount Brydges.
Johnson couldn't quite keep that one in. A for effort.
Not for lack of effort, that's for sure. Face-off will come outside the zone into the neutral zone here. You're in to take the draw there for the Bulldogs. Johnson wins it back to his D-man. Now they try to move the puck up the ice. Picked up there. Good pass as they work their way into the slot. In on goal, tries to make a move towards net. Good poke check from Satchel. Loses it. Open net shot, scores. Picks it up and fires it home. Michael Rowe is going to make it 6-3 Bulldogs.
Some mild protest, and I do mean mild, by the Sailors on the ice. Nathan Satchel was in no position to make the save because he had been knocked out of the crease, but there were several bodies coming through there. Obviously, referee Webb decided that it was nothing intentional or untoward done by the Bulldogs that caused that to happen, which allows the goal to stand.
Face-off is going to be taken control of by the Sailors here as they work their way through. Just over 6 minutes to go here in the frame. Lead back up to 3 now here for Mount Brydges, and a good chance as they work their way into the offensive zone. Carrying the puck. That shot's going to be stopped by Satchel. Good opportunity there, but it goes down into the corner. Now back up to the point. Griffith has it on the blue line. Tries to go D to D there, but slipped off his stick. Clears the zone, so the Bulldogs will have to get out and try to regroup here. Puck goes back out. Poulen's just going to tie it up on the corner, onto the wall there, just out front of the penalty box. Now back. Goes over to Griffiths. Griffiths tries to find a lead pass there, working into the offensive zone. Shot towards the net. That one off the pad of Satchel into the corner. Now back behind the net. Still holding on to it. Takes a hit. And the battles continue down there in the corner. 2 Sailors battling with 2 Bulldogs. Now up into the slot. Carrying the puck out. Here they come through the zone. Noah Crowley holding on to it. Crowley shot that one right into the chest of Quinton Duncan.
Possession of the puck didn't seem to be a prerequisite for being checked in the corner down at the other end there.
So just over 5 minutes to go here in the second. Face-off comes inside the Bulldog zone. Right back to the point. That shot goes off a stick and up and out of play. So we'll have to redo the face-off there. Should be inside off the Bulldog stick.
Good call by you. Essler, the linesman, ready to drop it deep in the zone.
Face off, this one going to be tied up onto the wall right off the draw. Bulldogs trying to work their way out. And that one's going to be dumped off. Still holding on to it, but kept in there at the blue line by the Sailors defense off the glass. Still holding on to it there. Tries to throw it towards the net. It's going to be covered up by Duncan.
I don't blame him on that attempt. Bulldogs did not do a very good job of exiting the zone. So he's going to give them another fresh start here.
Face off by the Bulldogs. One as they have it back behind their net, trying to get the puck out of the zone. Circling it back there. Over to get the puck, Johnson. Johnson tries to get it out there, but it's going to be held by the Sailors and now making a move towards the middle of the ice. Here they come. Into the slot. Good chance there. And the puck turns over. Throws it towards the net. Gloved by Satchel. And this will almost gather a few bodies out front of the net there. 4:37 left in the second period.
Another whack after the puck was frozen. That will cause disruption every time.
Face off inside the Port Stanley zone. Tries to win it straight back there off the draw, but it's going to be the Sailors working their way across. Westgate tries to find a long pass in the air across the ice, but it goes into the corner. Holding on to the puck here, trying to work it out. It's going to be a long lead pass. Trying to work his way in there, but held up by the stick was Capercio. And now tries to get the puck right back. Good toe drag move, but he's going to be dished down there by Westgate. Moving his way through. Tries to make a move towards the net. Met by the defense, goes into the corner. Westgate back behind the net, tries to center it, but it goes off the side of the net. And now the Bulldogs will try to work their way through. Under 4 minutes to go in the frame. Tries to center it there, but getting his stick hooked a little bit. Capercio now with the puck. Trying to get it past. He does get it deep into the zone. Up onto the corner here. Almost losing it for a second there, but it stays inside the line. And now the Sailors will have it across the line. Holding the toe there. Throws it towards the net there before falling into the corner. Battle now as the Bulldogs come out of it with the puck. Capercio tries the long pass there across to Hopkins. Just hit his toe of a stick. Didn't make it there. Now up under the wall. Sailors will try to work their way out. Loses the puck from Hopkins. Gets it right back. Now up under the work. Good chance to shoot there. Still holding on to the puck, but the Bulldogs will be the one to come out of it. And now they're going to have a chance here. Coming in, Hopkins getting dished down there. Losing the puck. And it's going to be a chance for Port Stanley to come back the other way. Finds his man over there. Shot, and it's going to be offside. And they had numbers coming into the offensive zone.
Drop pass by Liam Hepburn. And he didn't slow down. He dropped the pass, and he was easily astride across the blue line for the offside.
Face-off goes right back into the Mount Brydges zone. Under 3 minutes to go here in the second period. They try to get the breakout pass working. Long pass over there and carrying it in across the blue line. Tries to make a move towards the net. That one shot goes wide. Poking away at it. The puck's loose. But now some more pushing and shoving there as the whistle did blow. The official lost sight of the puck.
I'm not entirely sure the puck ended up in the net anyway, but if it did, Webb blew his whistle plenty early enough. And there's another example of Satchel involving himself physically.
So the pushing and shoving there come to an end, at least for now. The face-off inside the Port Stanley zone. They try to win it and get the puck out before getting met on the boards there. Rims it around. Kept in at the blue line by the pinching defense. Tries to throw it towards the middle, but getting the puck away, and now back into the neutral zone. Giving chase after it, Crowley. Puck will go back here for the Bulldogs into their own zone. Back behind the net, Griffiths. Griffiths will just circle back before he will try to take the puck up himself. Try to gather some speed here as he works his way through the neutral zone. Still holding on to it. Tries to go into the corner there, and will just try to throw it back towards the behind of the net. Picked up here. Now under 2 minutes to go here in the period. Thrown into the slot, but just getting it out of there are the Sailors. Two of them will go for a line change, get some fresh legs out onto the ice here, as the Bulldogs will look to try to go right back up the ice. Good pass onto the stick there, carrying it up through the zone. Rowe shot, that one goes off the blocker and wide. Rebound, another save by Satchel. Tries to throw it out front, it goes back to Griffiths at the point. Walking into the slot shot, that one stopped by Satchel. Another opportunity, he's just going to cover that one up. Making saves down the line to keep his team in the game.
It's become a bit of a shooting gallery now. We don't have a shot clock, but with 1:31 to go in the second period, I would have to think that Satchel has seen at least 40 shots.
Has been busy down there tonight. Face off, taken back, shot towards the point, doesn't make it there, goes into the corner. Back behind the net here, Bulldogs continue the battle, tries to throw it out front. That one's going to go down the ice, but off the stick of the Bulldogs, and it's going to go back behind their own net. Just over a minute to go here in the period. Good lead pass there, trying to work their way out, but it's going to be turned over here as the Sailors will try to work their way into the offensive zone. Westgate giving chase. Pass up there. Keogh works his way up. Passing across the blue line, turned over again, and it goes right back to Ireland. Ireland goes D to D there with Poulin. Back to Ireland, tries to find it up, but hits his own man and turns the puck over. Now carrying it across here for the Sailors. That shot off the blocker and covered up by Duncan.
A little bit of I'm tougher than you are going on in front there after the whistle. I feel like as long as this game stays competitive and it's 6-3, I would say that it is. Hopefully we'll avoid any big deal like in front of the net.
taken control of by the Bulldogs as they try to work their way out. They're in across the neutral zone, holding the line there. That shot gloved down by Satchel. So the faceoff will go inside the Port Stanley zone here with 32.7 seconds left in the period.
Ackworth immediately ready, saying, let's go, let's drop this puck.
Back down into the corner. Goes across onto the half wall, tries to go and get a little drop pass there, but it's going to go right back into the corner. Sending it up there, kept in at the blue line, throws it towards the net, and covered up once again here by Satchel. Not wasting any time on the draws here, ready to go. Face-off tied up. Port Stanley's going to be the one to try to get it out here. Hits off the pane of glass, up and over into the Mount Brydges bench. So the puck will go out of play, and the face-off will come into the neutral zone. .13 seconds left here in the period. Taken right off the draw here, trying to get a last-second scoring chance, but the puck will go deep down into the Port Stanley zone. Now into the corner. Back up to the point, able to keep it in, but the Sailors will get the puck out of the zone. Time winding down, 2 seconds left, tries to shoot it. But that one will hit off a stick and go into the corner, and that'll do it for the second period of play. A little bit more scoring, but the lead remains 3 here, 6-3 for the Mount Brydges Bulldogs after 40 minutes.
As I said, the game has been competitive. I may not have anticipated that coming into today, considering first place playing last place in the division. However, Port Stanley, with some skill on display, all 3 goals have been very skillful plays, and they'll be looking to head into the third period and see if they've got a little bit more of that in them.
The Sailors right in this one, just trailing by 3. With 20 minutes to go here, the third period coming up. And the Bulldogs will look to try and add on to that lead when they come back. But overall, like you mentioned, it's been a pretty competitive game. And the man keeping the Sailors in this game is Satchel in net. He's had to have faced close to, if not 40 shots already through 2 periods. And his positioning has been fantastic.
He has been good. He's taken a lot of pucks in the chest. And when you're taking them there, you're doing a great job. You're where you're supposed to be. His rebound control has been really good. He's been beaten by a couple of shots, nice shots. There's been a lot of wrist shots, bar down, top corner style goals here today by both teams. As I said, some skill on display. And after only scoring 4 goals in their first 6 games of the season, Port Stanley with 3 today, a bit of an outburst for them.
We'll wait and see what the third period holds for us here in Strathroy at the Strathroy-Caradoc Hockey Showcase. 1 game still coming up left tonight. That is the hometown Strathroy Rockets hosting the LaSalle Vipers. We'll have that game for you on Hockey TV, as well as bringing you the play-by-play live here on YouTube. So tune with us if you can for that one. We'll have the third period coming up here in shortly 12 minutes. Welcome back inside the West Middlesex Memorial Centre. We have played 40 minutes complete, and we are just about set and ready for the third period of play here between the Mount Brydges Bulldogs and the Port Stanley Sailors. Eldon, what has impressed you the most about the play from Port Stanley so far tonight?
Well, I will say I've not seen them play, actually, but when you look at the stats, and only 4 goals scored coming in 6 games, the fact that they've scored 3 today, and some high-skill goals as well.
Puck taken down back into the Mount Brydges zone as they carry it up. Good lead pass. Right chance shot. That one over top of the net. A good chance right off the top of this period for Carpaccio, but he goes wide on the shot. Now down into the corner. Bulldogs trying to work and get on the board early here this period. Centering pass. That one's going to go right back out and sent off the glass down the ice. Won't go for an icing call. Going to be stopped up by Duncan. Put back into the corner. Trying to carry the puck out here and taken over there. Carpaccio right over his stick. Stopped up again by Crowley. Crowley's just going to circle back into his own zone before he tries to make his way up the ice. Stopping up there. Back into the neutral zone. And now coming up here, Ireland. Ireland battling right in front of the Port Stanley bench. Crowley tries to take it up there and try to go between the legs there was Lee. Now back into the zone. Shot. That one's going to go right into the chest of Satchel. We talked Satchel's made a lot of saves so far tonight, but they've also shot a lot of pucks right at him.
They have. We were talking about bar down goals and nice snipes to the top shelf, but the Bulldogs have put at least a dozen right into the chest of Nathan Satchel.
Back behind the net there, tries the centering pass, going to hit off his stick and go off into the boards. Continuing to battle here, back behind the net, tries to throw it out front there, stopped up, throws that one, but it's going to be kicked away by the stick there of Satchel. Back down into the corner, tries to throw it out front, that one's stopped by the pad, rims it around the boards, and that one will go all the way down the length of the ice, and it will go for icing.
Yeah, Nathan Satchel has been busy today, but for a guy who's probably faced north of 40 shots, a lot of them have been easy saves for him.
That one right off the face-off is going to be covered up. And you just look at the stats for some of the goaltenders here for Port Stanley. The goals against average obviously way up there, but the save percentage not as bad as you would think. That's because they're facing a lot of shots each and every game. Face-off, and the Sailors try to take it out here into the neutral zone. Stopped up there by Poulin, who gets it back in. Now a good chance, but that one will go the way as the Sailors work into the zone. And here comes Lane. Lane, big slap shot. That one's stopped. Hits off the shin pad there and goes into the corner. Big booming slap shot from Lane Westgate. And now the Bulldogs will carry things right back up their own way, carrying it in Rowe. Rowe tries to find a lead pass. Goes up into the slot. That shot goes wide. Might have hit off the glove of Satchel. But now Mount Brydges trying to circle things up and just throws one towards the net. That one's blocked. And just hitting it off the boards there and able to get the puck out into the neutral zone. So here come the Sailors. That one's offside. As just tripping over the blue line there, Sam Bell.
Sam Bell, yeah, kind of blew a tire coming in over the blue line after he dropped the pass.
So the face-off will go into the neutral zone here out in front of the Mount Brydges bench. Here over 2 minutes gone here in the third period. That one's going to be picked up and brought into the offensive zone here. Murray finds his man. That shot's going to be stopped by the blocker of Satchel. Back behind the net, throws it out front, and it'll be covered up there. And more pushing and shoving after the whistle.
Webb doing a great job staying in the ear of the players, trying to keep a lid on this. And as I said in the second period, as long as the game stays competitive, we should avoid any shenanigans in this third period.
Sailors stop up behind their net here before they try to work it up. Griffiths just sends that one off the boards. It'll go down the ice here, and it'll be waved off on the icing call. Back behind his own net. Tries a long pass there. Finds Keogh. Keogh up the ice. Misses the intended recipient, but it's going to go right back onto his stick anyways. Into the corner. Continuing to hold on to it. Murray. And that one will go right back up to the point. Now back onto the half wall. Tries to throw it there. Hits off some shin pads. And the puck will get out of the zone here for the Sailors, who work it back into the Mount Brydges zone. Griffiths stopping up here. Carries the puck. Tries to get across his own blue line here, still holding on to it. Makes another move there, and now he's into the offensive zone. Across the blue line shot. That one goes off a stick and wide. Now into the corner. Hitting it up the boards there. Kept in at the blue line. Holding on to a puck there. Keogh tries to go after it as well as Murray. Now trying to get the puck out here, the Sailors. 3.5 gone in the period. Puck goes down into the corner. Now giving it up here. Tries to go to lead pass there to Crowley. Misses it, and it's going to be just dumped right back in. The Bulldogs will go for a complete line change here. All 5 of them fresh out onto the ice. And a long pass up the ice there. This one goes right in front of the penalty bench. Knocked away there. And Mount Brydges will get the puck back in their own zone, going D to D. Right over now, and it finds the captain, Matthew Poulet. Poulet into the corner. Now back behind the net, turned over by the Sailors. Tries to throw it, that one back door to find Poulet. Rebound out front, and a couple of good chances here for Mount Brydges, but it'll come back the other way. Here comes Crowley. Working across, good poke check there with the active stick. Dumped back into the zone. Still holding on to it there. Continues with it Lee. Lee back behind the net. Stopped up. Crowley's going to come out of it. Tries to throw it on net, but it's just going to be sent back down the length of the ice. It will go all the way for an icing.
Great one-time opportunity there for the captain, Matthew Poulet. Flashed on it. I don't know if he just mistimed the swing or not, but a great chance to score there. Gone by the wayside for the Bulldogs.
Face off there, right off a backhand opportunity. And that one's going to be stopped by Duncan. So the face-off will stay inside there. Good backhand opportunity for Kola Franceschi. Wins the draw into the corner. Bulldogs take advantage here and take control of the puck, and a big hit laid on the boards there. Trying to get the puck back. It's in his skates. Sent up to the blue line. Kept in there. Griffiths throws it towards the net there. Falling down was Westgate in the crease, but now the Bulldogs will work it out. Turning the puck over. They'll stay on their stick. Westgate pokes at it. He tries to get it away. Almost losing control of it, but finally gets it back on his stick. Now he is in across the blue line. Westgate throws it in deep. Back behind the net. Sailors trying to get control of it in the offensive zone. Trying to cycle the puck. They do. Shot. That one's over top. Hit off the shoulder there of Duncan. Back into the corner. Now cycling up the boards here. Bulldogs will finally work their way out. In comes Hansen. Hopkins tries to get a chance to shoot. Throws that one towards the net. And it goes back in behind. Griffiths with the puck. Throws it up. Kept in. And Griffiths now at the point. Tries a spin move there. Gets in past the defender. Still holding on. Throws it towards the net. Shot. Rebound. And misses the yawning cage. That one goes all the way off the glass and down the ice. What an opportunity there at the side of the net on a puck that came off the boards. Now sent down. That one is just going to be poked into the offensive zone from Capercio. And he'll go off to get a line change. Here come the Sailors across. Dumping it into the far corner. 6 minutes gone here in the third period of play. Pace of play continues here as that one's poked up into the neutral zone. Trying to get the puck back. And the Bulldogs back in their own zone now. Goes D to Griffiths. Griffiths with a long lead pass. That one hits off the stick of John Bell and into the corner. Back to the point. Griffiths trying to get it. He loses the puck momentarily. And a chance for a break there, but unable to get any speed going. As the puck goes now back to the D of Port Stanley. Arm of the referee is up. And a penalty will be coming here to the Bulldogs.
Stuart Ireland going for tripping on that play. Earlier on, Capercio going to the bench, shaking his head after missing a wide open net at the other end on the pass across. And now they're short for 2 minutes, up 3 with 13 and a quarter to go.
Sailors will have a power play here. Puck goes back down into the corner. Trying to get the puck back. Almost losing it. Gets it into the slot. Good opportunity. Now back to the point. Winds up. Slap shot right in.
Another penalty coming up to the Bulldogs.
The official has another call here. And it looks like a little bit of 5-on-3 opportunity will be coming here.
As Russell Lee was trying to get to the front. He was taken down, and it would seem that Ty Johnson is the culprit, and he heads to the box. And they'll be down 2 men for a minute 49.
So a long 5-on-3 opportunity here for Port Stanley.
Great chance to get back in the game here.
They move Captain Lane Westgate out on the power play here, as they try to get themselves inched closer in this game, trailing by a score of 6-3. Face-off tied up there right at the face-off dot and sent right back down the ice as the Bulldogs try to kill off this penalty. Setting up behind their own net, Crowley's going to be the one to pick it up. Crowley in through the neutral zone across the blue line, stops up there, drops the pass, it goes back down behind the net. He's still got control of it. Crowley in behind the net, now up onto the half wall, looking for an outlet pass. Sends it back to the point for Griffith. Now Griffith back to Crowley. Crowley over to Westgate, one-timer. Good opportunity and a blocked shot there, struggling to get up. Back to the point for Griffith. Griffith circling back as he walks across the line. Over to Crowley. Crowley's shot right in there and stopped by Duncan.
And Matthew Poulan could not wait for a whistle after blocking that shot. You see him coasting to the bench.
A big one-time set up there, and Westgate sent it right into his shin pads.
Yeah. No, the Bees were buzzing there for sure.
Into the corner here. Tries to send it up there. Not able to hold the line there, Griffith. It's going to be a foot race for it. Caperchio almost got there. Now over to Crowley. Crowley in across the blue line. Shot. That one's pad saved by Duncan. Tries to tie it up into the corner. Under a minute to go on both the minor penalties now. Crowley in the corner. Crowley goes back to the point. Westgate. And the whistle will go as the net is off.
We were watching the midget game before this one, and I noticed a couple of times in the third period of that game that the net at that end of the rink came off fairly easily. But in this game, that's the first time that I've seen it.
Face off there, one, and the Bulldogs try to get it out there. Hits his own man. And Port Stanley's able to keep it alive. 34 seconds left on the first minor penalty. Goes over there. One-timer, big save there by Duncan.
Great slide over there by Duncan. Read that pass cross zone and was in great position to make the save. Cola Franceschi with a nice one-timer.
Got a lot on that one. Just sent it right in and stopped by Duncan. Now tying up in the corner here. Trying to get the puck out, the Bulldogs here on the penalty kill. 20 seconds to go in the first minor penalty. Now back to the point. Ryan Westgate. Westgate throws that one on. Nobody out front. And it'll just be gloved easily by Quinton Duncan. Face-off will stay inside the Bulldog zone here. Still killing off this 5-on-3. Sent around, no one there. Well, Hopkins will send it down. Picked off by Westgate in the middle of the ice. Westgate into the offensive zone. Makes a move towards the net there. Good save. And that one's going to be sent down the length of the ice. Picked up there by Satchel. Satchel tries a lead pass. Gives it right back to Westgate. Westgate in on the move. Tries to make a move towards the net. Centers it. No one there. And the Bulldogs will be the one to come through. Over there, and it's going to be a break. In alone, backhand, that one stopped. Rebound, and it looks like the net has come off. But what a great penalty kill there by the Bulldogs.
Minute 49, 2 men short, and they were able to kill off the entire thing and maintain the 3-goal lead with just over 11 minutes to go. And a nice play there by Hopkins. The net coming off after the save made by Satchel.
Face off to the right of Satchel. Now tying it up in the corner there. Back to even strength as mentioned here for the Bulldogs. Now they're back behind the net. Tries to center it. That one stopped. And now getting it out of the zone here will be the Sailors as they work their way through. Carrying the puck up. Sam Bell dumps it into the corner. Back behind the net. Getting tied up there A couple of them deep. Tries to center. Good chance here, but picking the puck up and working his way through the zone. There he comes with speed, losing the puck there. It will get out and cleared by the Sailors defense. And now going D to D are the Bulldogs. Losing that puck on a pass right up the middle, a blind pass. Tipped forward on that one, hits off the skate of the linesman. Avoiding it from going into the corner now and carrying it in with the glove. Here they come across as Ireland tries to make a move. It's going to be picked up here. Ireland once again back down deep into the zone. Sailors try to work their way out, able to get the puck out, but not deep enough to get it past the blue line. Dumped back into the corner. Behind the net is Satchel, rimmed around the boards. Big hit laid on there. Tries to make his move through, and now Ireland sets down the defender who came flying. That was John Bell. And now it's still set up back behind the net of Satchel. Tries to clear it, misses it off his stick, and the puck goes deep. Trying to get rid of the stick off his hook. Throws it towards the net, pad save for Satchel. Once again back behind the net. Lots of offensive pressure here for the Bulldogs, and the whistle will go. But first, some more pushing and shoving out front of the net, just past the halfway mark of the third period.
Steve Ransom in there again. It seems like every other shift he's on there. He's causing havoc in front of Nathan Satchel and being involved in the Y-iotas with the Sailors defense.
Face-off goes down in the Port Stanley zone off to the left. Back to the point, throws it towards the net. Getting hauled down there, shot. That one's going to be stopped by Satchel.
Great read there. There was only one play for the shooter, and Satchel played it well.
So the face-off here. In to take the draw. One back by the Bulldogs to the defense. Throws it towards the next. Redirected. A nice save there on the redirect. Throws it towards the net. Another pad save by Satchel. Back into the corner. Still holding on to the puck. Trying to get it out there. Crowley gives it up, and it's going to be an offensive chance here for Port Stanley as they work their way into the offensive zone. Only on the puck there was Lee. Now the Bulldogs will get the puck back. Gets it out. Clears the blue line. And it goes down. And it will be blown down there. Looked like it might have gone out into the Mount Brydges bench.
Yeah, I think it made contact with one of the Bulldogs players leaning over the bench.
So the face-off goes inside the Mount Brydges zone here. Face-off one there. Thrown on net. Through a screen. Good save there by Duncan. Now hit off the board. Hits over a stick here and a good offside chance, but offside. There's a couple steps ahead of the play there was Keogh.
Connor Keogh knew he was offside. He did everything he could to try and make it back, but just couldn't quite do it.
So the face-off back into the neutral zone. Trying to control the puck here. That one goes back down. Throws it in. It goes back deep into the Port Stanley zone. Tries to stop it up there. Holding on to the puck. Mount Brydges is able to keep it in. Makes a nice move towards net. Into the slot. No, that one stopped. Rebound. Continues to poke away at it. Now back onto the side of the net. Mount Brydges set up deep down in the zone. Tries to go to Westgate. Westgate's able to get it out, and it's going to be a foot race for the puck here. Able to get there is Ireland. Beats it out. Now he's going to get met by a forechecker. Down into the corner, throws it out front off the stick there. Back to the point, another blocked shot. Good defensive play there as the Bulldogs will try to work it out. 8 minutes to go in the third period. In their own zone, rims it around the boards. This one stopped up, goes out front, but luckily enough, it's going to be Griffiths there. Sends it up, now in across the slot. Back there, big slap shot. That one goes wide, hits off the glass. Able to hold it in at the blue line there. This one's going to be sent down. And it will go all the way back down into the Mount Brydges zone. No icing. Turning things up. Long lead pass there. Hits off the stick and goes deep down into the zone. Johnson giving chase. Right with him is Rowe. Now back to the point. Griffiths holds on to it. Tries to spin and throw it towards the net. Rowe has it as well. That shot is going to be stopped and go wide. There over 7 minutes to go. Back into the corner. Johnson getting tied up there. Carrying the puck out. Back to the point. Tries to throw it towards the net. Goes into the far corner. Now cycling back. Johnson tries to stop up. This one's going to be flipped down the ice, and it will go the length of an ice for an icing call.
Port Stanley continue to be game opponents for the first place Bulldogs, but you get stretches like we just saw where the Bulldogs have the puck in the offensive zone, and you can tell that the ability is just a little beyond what Port Stanley has.
Face off inside the Port Stanley zone. Throws it towards the net. That one goes wide. Tries to keep it in at the blue line. Gets it past. And now tries battling with the puck here. The arm of the official's up. And there's going to be an interference call now.
Yeah. The Port Stanley forward put Ty Johnson in a position where he was standing still at the blue line when the puck got by, and it was all Johnson could do to just get in his way before trying to reacquire the puck. And the Bulldogs will be shorthanded again.
So Johnson will sit for 2 minutes. An interference call. Another chance on the power play here for Port Stanley. Now back to Westgate. Westgate throws it towards the net. That one's stopped. Goes into the corner. Crowley picks it up, cycles it back. Bulldogs trying to set things up, and they'll send that one down the length of the ice. Out to come play it is Satchel. Back behind their own net. Port Stanley trying to get out here. Good offensive pressure there. But carrying the puck out of the zone here is Lane Westgate. Westgate in across the offensive blue line. Tries to make a move towards the net. Goalie is out here. And another interference call, I believe, is going to be coming here to the Bulldogs.
It's slashing on Caperchio.
So Caperchio will get a slash, and for the second time this period, the Sailors will get a lengthy 5-on-3.
Yeah, I think this one will be the last-ditch effort if they're going to try and get back into this game with 6:21 left.
Face-off, taken control of by the Bulldogs, getting a foot pass there, and a chance for Hopkins, but he's dished out. Trying to turn things over, Griffiths just dumps it in. A big hit there by Hopkins, dishing out his man on the penalty kill. Now getting control of the puck here. Hopkins continues the battle down there. Unable to get it out. Ireland with him as well. And finally, they'll get it down the length of the ice with a minute to go on the first penalty for the Bulldogs. 5:45 to go here in the third period of play. Sailors trying to work their way back into this game. They trail by 3. Into the far quarter. Trying to set up here on the power play. Goes over there. Picked up by Hepburn. Hepburn. Now back. Carries it out. Crowley. Pass across. Right through the legs. Unable to get a stick on it there. It goes back to the point for Crowley. Crowley at the blue line. Sends it over there. Patterson. Back to Crowley. Crowley walks into the slot. Crowley, good chance. Makes a move towards the net shot. That one's stopped. Not able to hold the blue line. It'll clear the zone. And the Bulldogs will switch up 2 of their penalty killers as Crowley works his way back into the slot. Crowley, good chance. That shot goes wide. Good wrister. Now back behind the net. Crowley unable to get his stick on it. Time winding down on the first penalty. That one will go down the ice. Bulldogs have killed off the first one. Back to a 5-on-4 power play here, and that one's going to be touched up.
Too many men.
And the official will call that one too many men here on Port Stanley.
2 men going on, coming on, 2 men going off. And the pass from Satchel up the middle was taken by a guy coming on long before the other guys got off the ice. And you could see the immediate reaction by 2 of the coaches. They knew exactly what had just happened.
Wells will serve the penalty for Port Stanley. We'll have 26 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey before Mount Brydges will go to the power play. Griffith back at the point here, holding on to the puck, takes it into the corner. Stops up, circles back before he tries to make his way towards the slot, still holding on to the puck. He's got defenders draped all over him, but holds on. Tries to find any way. He goes back to the point. Back to Griffith. Griffith into the slot. That shot scores! What a shot from Blake Griffiths.
I believe that will end the power play as the clock had just hit zeros on the Bulldogs penalty. So that'll be a power play goal by Griffiths.
Griffiths on the power play and it is 7-3 Mount Brydges.
As I said, Port Stanley was a game opponent, but two different two-man advantages didn't produce any goals. And the very next power play by Mount Brydges produced the 7th for them.
Long lead pass there, right onto the stick, in a lone shot, and a glove saved by Satchel. 4:11 to go here in the third. Mount Brydges has extended their lead to 7-3.
As I said, just not quite enough on the part of the Sailors offensively.
So the face-off inside. Port Stanley zone right off the draw. Good pad save there by Satchel on the shot. Tries to tie it up in the corner there. Puck squirts out, goes back behind the net, picked up there. Patterson tries to get it out. He does. It goes back into the neutral zone. Circling up, stopping up there. Johnson tries to work his way through. That one's turned over. And here comes Lane Westgate. Westgate shot, scores! Not a threatening shot from Westgate, but finds the back of the net. And it's 7-4.
Quentin Duncan would like to have that one back. Westgate's been the fastest skater, the most offensively looking player that they've had today, and 4 goals today doubles their season output as they trail by 3 with 3:47 left.
Face off one back by the Bulldogs as they take control here. Trying to set some of that. Westgate gets credit with the goal on the shot there as it works back into the Port Stanley zone. Stopping up, trying to set things up here. Goes back, shot thrown on, pad save. Right back to the point for Griffith. Throws that one on, it goes back behind the net as the offensive continues here for Mount Brydges. Shot thrown on, doesn't make it towards the net, goes into the slot. That shot off the glass. A little bit high over top of the glove there of Satchel. Tapped in by Griffith. Griffith tries to get the pass there, picked off by Crowley, but then comes right back. And now Crowley takes it right back from him. Crowley with the puck, stopping up here, circling back, takes a big hit into the glass. And that one's going to be sent up, tipped into the zone there. And it will go right back behind the Mount Brydges net. Picked up here, 2:51 to go in the third. Good move there, making his way. He tries to make a move to get into the open ice there, but Murray was met by the defender. They go D-to-D here, and now back to Griffiths. Griffiths makes his way through the neutral zone, into the offensive zone, still holding on to it, throws it towards the net. That one's off a stick, and it will go out of play with 2:28 to go here in the third.
A very competitive game today by the Port Stanley Sailors. They've played quite well, just a little snake bit offensively.
Face-off goes right on goal. Covered up by Satchel.
Lather, rinse, repeat for Nathan Satchel off the face-off today.
Both these teams will be back in action next Friday on the road. Port Stanley in Townsford, Mount Brydges in Dorchester. Getting the puck out of the zone now. The Sailors losing an edge there and falling down as Poulain picks the puck up here for Mount Brydges. Goes D-to-D as they try to work their way out of the zone. Good lead pass there. Working into the offensive zone. Carrying across here, Stratton. Stratton into the corner. Sends it back up to the point. Poulain keeps it in. Goes over there. Shot. That one's blocked. Tries to throw it out front again. Loses the body. Tucked up in the Port Stanley zone as they try to work their way out. Losing it there. And now a chance as they have it in the offensive zone. Just throws that one on goal. It will be covered up by Duncan. A minute 47 to go and a little bit of pushing and shoving, but not a whole lot.
With a 3-goal spread with a minute 47 to go, I think we should be okay here. But having witnessed what happened in the game between the London Knights and Ottawa 67s last night with only a 3-goal spread, I guess you can never say never.
Taken back behind the Bulldogs net here. Poulain tries to move it out. He's going to be the one to get the puck, and he'll go for a little bit of an offensive rush here and across the blue line. Into the corner, still holding on to it. Tries to make a move towards the net. That one's taken away. Once again, holding on to it. Back to the point. Dumping into the corner there was Thompson. Carrying it here, back to Thompson, able to get a stick on it, but it's going to be Westgate again. Westgate in on the offensive rush. Tries the shot, that one goes over top of the net on the big wrister. It's going to be kept in at the blue line, but Poulin will get it out here. Sent right back in by the Sailors, picked off there, and a big hit. Coming in to make that hit for Port Stanley. Vanderbeesen. And now we will see a penalty called on the play.
Yeah, holding the stick is going to be the call on Josh Van Beesen. The official was on him probably for a 3 count to let go of Hopkins' stick, and he didn't.
So we'll see the Bulldogs get a power play with 59.8 seconds to go here in the third period, which will all but solidify a victory for them today here at the Strathroy-Caradoc Showcase. Back behind the net there, they go back to the point. Johnson throws that one on, shot, scores on the rebound. There to pick it up and bury it home. It is 8-4.
Kane Johnson with the power play goal to make it 8-4 for Mount Brydges. After a bit of a silly penalty, I would say, by Van Beesen. The holding the stick call with a minute to go.
Takes a little bit 8 seconds on the power play for the Bulldogs to strike. And now 50 seconds to go here in the third. Trying to carry that one up. Westgate still on the offensive attack. That one will go out of play. And the face-off will go into the neutral zone here.
Westgate doesn't lack for energy. I will say that about him. Great effort today by him.
Sets up right behind on the face-off in the offensive zone. Wins it towards the net there, but the Bulldogs will dump it out into the neutral zone, right onto the stick there, and carried it into the offensive zone by Van Rooyen. Throws it out front, good chance there. That one stopped and covered up by Satchel.
28.7 to go. The officials are going to do their best. You know, what was a 3-goal spread is now 8-4. And after a half an hour delay due to the broken pane of glass early in the second period, they just want to finish this up and get everybody out of here. And now there's a slashing call being made.
And it's going to be to Lane Westgate, who we mentioned has a lot of energy, I guess is the best way to put it, Eldon.
Yeah.
And he finds himself in the box with the last 28 seconds. That one's shot gloved by Satchel, right back behind the net on the rebound. Bulldogs taking control of here in the zone. Sends it right back to the point, kept in there. Moves it over, Johnstone finds his man, throws it towards the net. That one hits off a stick and goes wide. 10 seconds to go here in the third. D-to-D there. Ireland throws that one, pad save into the corner here. Now he's back behind the net. Time winding down on the clock. Back there. Shot. That one stopped. And there's 0.5 seconds left on the clock as Satchel makes the save there. And just a matter of dropping this puck and finishing things off here. The Mount Brydges Bulldogs come in here first place in the YEC, and West YEC, they continue that with a win today, 8-4. The final score over the Port Stanley Sailors. Eldon, it was a pretty close game for the most part. I mean, we talked about here, it's hard to look at the stats and think that it was going to be a close game, but Port Stanley really came out here to play. They had 4 goals in 6 games coming into this one. They score 4 this afternoon, but drop this one to the first place Bulldogs.
8-4 to me isn't indicative of how competitive at points this game was. As we talked about before, only 4 goals coming in 6 games, and the Sailors get 4 today. I think they have to feel a bit good about themselves there. And the one thing I will say is the play of Nathan Satchel, despite the fact that he gave up 8 goals today. Made some really good saves, played very well positionally, The difference, I think, between the two teams is just offensively, the Sailors are just not as good offensively, just a step slow in the offensive zone in comparison to the Bulldogs when they were in the offensive zone.
We'd have to check the final shot totals if we could, but Satchel easily having to come up and make close to 50 saves. He had to face at least 50 shots in that one, and he kept his team in it for the most part. And what was a fairly competitive game, as you mentioned, for most part, finishes with an 8-4 score.
6-3 down in the third period, two-man advantage twice. And the second one got cut short because they took one of their own penalties. So, just not the offense on the Sailors that you would need to come back in a game like that.
So we thank you for joining us here on this special edition coverage of the PJHL and this Strathroy-Caradoc Hockey Showcase. Next up, it is the LaSalle Vipers and the Strathroy Rockets in the Junior B GOJHL, and we will have that one for you on Hockey TV as well as the live audio on YouTube. So make sure you join us for that, and thank you for listening.